Hey gang, Jeff Stone here with day 32 of the year 2015 at magicreview.com. We're looking at Walletrix by Deepak Mishra and Oliver Smith. It's a video download, so I don't have a product to show you. Basic concept is using your regular everyday wallet. There are 6 effects you can do without a gimmicked wallet. That's the basic idea. And it's true, but so many problems with this. We're going to go through each effect. There's only 6 of them. Now, it's $9.99. So when I'm all done with this, you may still feel it's worth it. But I'm going to cover the good, the bad, and the ugly, folks. So here we go. First effect is called the Medusa change. And first problem with this is the angle the only angle that works. So the effect is you've got a dollar bill and it has to be folded exactly like this. And it's sticking in your wallet here like this. And then you open, close, and open again, and this bill, poof, changes into another bill. All right, so first problem. This is the only good angle to do it more like that. Okay, very awkward. Basically, if I wanted to do this effect to you, I'd say, hey, come here, I want to show you something. Stand behind me and look over my shoulder. Okay? Secondly, even at that angle, there are places where you will flash if you're not careful. And sometimes, even if you are careful, it doesn't matter due to the nature of what makes this effect work. You're only adding one little thing to the wallet to make this work. And it's something you've got laying around. I know everybody's got this stuff. So the problem is sometimes when this bill is supposed to vanish so that the other one can appear, it gets hung up, it gets stuck, it ends up sticking out in the wrong place. Just messy. And also, in order to do this, you have to have your wallet set up in advance to do it. You cannot set this up in front of the spectator. And so if it's set up in advance, basically your wallet becomes unusable. You can't actually use your wallet like a normal wallet. And you'll notice in the performance on every one of these effects, his wallet is empty. He has nothing else in the wallet. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but that's a big problem. So the first one, the Medusa change, just not practical. The angle is terrible, and you'll see in the video trailer, that's the only angle they show it, because that's the only angle where it can possibly look good. But even in the performance or the explanation section of the video, he messed up several times, and he's like, oops, kept messing it up. So it's obvious that this is not the most practical method. It blocks your wallet from even being usable, and it doesn't work every time, and it's sometimes, a lot of times, flashes. It gets hung up. It doesn't even, the bill doesn't even vanish sometimes. Just a mess. So let's take a look at the second effect, which is called Portal. This effect is actually very, very clever. The method is very simple. And you can have this in your wallet, and it doesn't prevent your wallet from being a wallet. So this one effect may be worth it for you. I don't know. You saw it in the trailer, but what it looks like is this. There's a business card sticking out, and you quickly open and shut your wallet. And when you do so, bam, the business card just instantly becomes a playing card sticking out of your wallet. Super visual, super easy to do. You will have to spend a couple bucks at like a Radio Shack or a craft store to buy a very common thing that's used in magic gimmicks these days. You'll need to buy 2 of them. But other than that, the gimmick is self-working. It can stay in your wallet, as I said, and as long as you can, you have a deck of cards around that has the matching back, then you can do this effect anytime, anywhere. And at the end, you'll need to do a switch to be able to hand out the selected card, but he teaches you how to do that. So that one effect is a very simple one to have in your wallet, but again, it takes away from the sort of impromptu nature of what they're trying to do here, which is just have stuff in your wallet and go anytime. But it's a deck of cards. All, if we're going to be doing magic, we probably got a deck laying around. So that's Portal. Next one is I Rise. And that is, the effect is that you, first of all, the spectator needs to be looking down at your wallet and you're kind of holding it down. But for the camera here, I'm going to hold it here, and you shake the wallet and the money, I don't have any money in there, but the cash sort of starts to rise up and just stick out of the wallet a little bit like that. If you don't have very small, skinny fingers, you can't do the impromptu method. You can do the alternative method for those who don't have skinny fingers that he teaches, but it's not impromptu, and it leaves it, when it's set up, your wallet's in a little bit of a weird state, we'll call it. It's not like, you know, where the first effect, the Medusa change, where the dollar bill changes when you open and shut your wallet. That one totally locks your wallet up from being able to be a wallet. This alternate handling for the rising bill thing doesn't prevent your wallet from being a wallet, but it does make it a little awkward. And he doesn't really talk about how to carry it around like that. So I felt there's some details missing there. And also the method for the non-skinny finger people having, like me, it looks like you're just squishing the wallet, you know, and making it come out. And that's almost what you're doing, really. So just not, if you like the way it looked on the video and you have skinny fingers, you'll probably be okay with it. I'll say that. If you got normal size fingers, and it's for pinky finger we're worried about here. If you got normal size fingers, it's not going to look as good. So next is jump. Now jump is the method is pretty good. There's a little bit of a problem though. Now also jump is the only one of the effects that can be done in a non-billfold style wallet. For every other effect, you need this kind of wallet, okay? And for most of the effects, you need that hole right there, which pretty much every wallet like this has that. So for most effects, you're going to need that, this kind of wallet and that hole. But this is the only effect on the video that could be done with like a checkbook style wallet like this. This is just a Metallica wallet without the inner wallet in it. But this is what the effect is. You have a business card sticking in a pocket here. And then you just a shake, and now suddenly magically it's in that pocket. And then another shake, and you can see this in the trailer, and suddenly it's magically in that pocket. Obviously, there's none of this pulling it out business. It just seems to penetrate through from the top down or whatever. Now, the method is good, and it's easy, and it's very doable. The catch is you have to dedicate, you know, at least 2 slots in your wallet to that effect. So if you're going to penetrate twice, like I just showed you, yeah, I didn't really do it, but you know what I mean. If you're going to penetrate twice, then you're going to need to have 3 slots that you're not allowed to put anything else in. So again, it takes away from your wallet being a normal wallet. And this thing is my strolling. I don't use it as a Metallica wallet. I just use it as a wallet to carry my strolling stuff. And so normally all these pockets are full. I just dumped them out for this video. So this, I couldn't even do it in this because I'd have to take all the stuff out. So he shows you how to do it in just a regular wallet, but it's better if you have vertical slots for credit cards rather than what I have here, which is horizontal. And again, I've removed the cards for the video here. I have these horizontal ones. Now you can do it like this to go from there, then a shake, and magically it's in this one, and then a shake, and magically it's in this one. However, due to the nature of the gimmick, it's not quite the same as it would be using the vertical slots. Also, with the vertical slots, like here, I can leave it in there in the wallet, and it's not sticking out or anything weird. But with the horizontal slots, it's sticking out of the wallet. Further, because the kind of wallet I have, this thing, I can't close this. So I could do it on these outer pockets, but again, I'd have to remove the content there and have it here, but it's still sticking out of my wallet, and that's going to be in your pocket. So that's one problem. You can set this up in front of the spectator pretty easily, I think, so this sticking out business isn't the end of the world. But because the gimmick is a little bit going to need to be slightly different for horizontal versus vertical credit card slots, it's a little bit of a problem, because in the video trailer, the ad trailer, he shows that a performance of it on horizontal and vertical. But in the DVD, he never, or in the video, he never teaches how to do it horizontal. And I know how the method works based on watching the video, and I know that doing it the other way requires the gimmick to be a little bit different, and the handling's a little bit different. He didn't cover any of that. So there was some stuff missing there. But it's not stuff that's so out there that you wouldn't be able to just sort of figure it out once you learn the basic method. And so if you like that effect and you don't mind dedicating 2 or possibly 3 slots of your wallet to that effect, then this might be worth it to you. If you saw the trailer, you saw how visual it looks. So that's going to be up to you. That's Jump. Next we have Wrong Cache. Okay, Wrong Cache, very similar to the Medusa change, where you have, the difference is with the Medusa change, you start with a bill there. With this one, there's no bill there, but then a shake and a bill appears, and then a shake again, and then this one vanishes and a different one appears. So it's a changing bill. Well, all right. First of all, he shows in the explanation, he says, if you're going to do this, ideally you need, see how my wallet opens this way? Okay. Ideally, you need a wallet that opens that way, not that way. And he says, but if you don't have that, that's okay, as long as you have a zipper compartment over here that has a little leather flap covering the zipper. I've never seen a wallet like that before. He says, if you don't have that, then you can do it with a regular wallet like this. So he shows each one of those. By far, if you have this kind, it's going to be the cleanest, but even then, the method, first of all, you do have to have an empty wallet for this to even work. Every time I tried it with, using the method that's supposed to work for mine, I couldn't do it because it got hung up on my stuff that's here in my wallet, and it's actually sort of damaged one of my little things here. So you need an empty wallet for one, and so it seems like all these tricks you kind of need an empty wallet. I'm like, what are you going to do? Carry around 6 empty wallets plus your regular wallet, all of them ready to go for one trick? So I had a problem there, but this particular effect where the bill appears and then it vanishes and then another one appears, for one, the appearance of the first bill, half the time it gets hung up, stuck, ends up not in the proper place. It exposes the method. Other times, if you can get that to appear, then the vanish of that and the appearance of the second bill, the vanish of the first bill, it gets hung up, it gets stuck, it ends up sort of peeking out right here or flinging out of the bottom here. Sometimes it doesn't even go away at all, and it just doesn't work right now. With an empty wallet, it would work a little bit better because part of this relies on you being able to release the pressure of the wallet, and when there's stuff in it, it's too heavy, and it's harder to release the pressure. And on top of all that, when you have that set up to go, you can't use your wallet. You just can't. I can't say much without exposing anything, but your wallet is unusable with that all set up. So it's just an awkward mess that I don't think it's even worth the time. It's a good looking effect, A, if you can get it right, and B, if you don't mind not being able to use your wallet until you do that effect. Or, you're going to go to use your wallet, and before you go up to the cash register, you secretly release everything and then go do it. On top of that, the ad copy says that after each of these tricks, the wallet is examinable. That's true, I think, in all the other cases, but is definitely not true in the Wrong Cache effect, the one I was just explaining, where the cache appears and then changes. You cannot let the wallet be examined after that at all. So, bad method, bad ad copy, bad angles are good, but bad everything else. Just not a good thing. Last, you have Copycat. Now, in the written ad copy, I got to give them credit for this. They did say that this does require a different kind of wallet. Or it says with a certain kind of wallet. And that certain kind of wallet has to be a billfold, like this, and it has to have the other kind of slits for the credit cards. So this wallet, even though it has the correct slits, would not work because it's not this kind of wallet. So you'd need vertical slits and this kind of wallet. And so that's one problem. But if you don't mind that and you happen to have that kind of wallet, then you're set. The other thing, though, is the effect is this. Okay, let's just get my, where'd you go? There we go. My Bank of Denmark card, right? The effect is, now, I would have to be doing it in this wallet, but I don't have the right kind of slots. So I'm going to do it in this wallet, even though it doesn't really work in this wallet. So I'm just going to mime everything. The effect is that you're holding the wallet, and this card slowly starts to rise up. And then when it gets right about here, it like flings out, and you know, by itself, and you catch it in the air. Okay, the rising part of that, awesome. The method's good. It's simple. It's good. You have control over the rise, everything. But this flying out of the wallet thing, you do have control over that. But the moment the card flies out, the gimmick is staring right in your face, and the spectator will see it all. So the problem is that he shows in the video, the teaching video, how to have the proper angle so that they don't see the gimmick. But when you have that angle, not only do you not see the gimmick, but you don't see the card fly out. It looks like you just reached over and took the card out. So it looks like the card rose and then you just reached over and grabbed it, if you do the angle that prevents them from seeing the gimmick when the card flies out. So, also, this one does restrict your wallet a little bit. It's not as bad as the bill change ones where your wallet's basically out of commission. But it's not out of commission, but it's not as usable and not as easily used as a regular wallet when you have this set up. So that's all 6 of the effects. There were some issues with the ad copy. I mentioned it all in the written review. The big one, though, was that it said that the wallet is examinable, and it's just not after at least one of the effects. There's also some testimonies in there that were a little bit weird to me. Particularly, Justin Miller's said something along the lines of this being a very creative or clever system or whatever. But it's not a system. It's not, I don't know why, it's just 6 tricks. There's no system. Each trick has a different method. They're very similar in method, and they rely on, again, using this kind of wallet with that hole in it. Most of them do, not all of them. And one other thing that you've got in your drawer. But I don't know what the system is he's talking about, so that was a little weird to me. If you go through, though, read the written review. It's got all the details about the problems with the ad copy. So when it comes down to it, the 2 bill changes, in my opinion, just throw them out the window. They're just not practical. The methods are not 100% reliable. They flash. They're bad angles, on and on and on. They make your wallet unusable. So throw those out. That throws out Medusa change and wrong cash. So Portal, that's the one where the business card poof becomes a playing card. Best, effect doesn't matter to me, to you, what I think of the effects, but in my opinion, that is the best effect. But it's also the best method as far as it's angle proof. It's clean. It's easy. It doesn't tie up your wallet. There's no weirdness about it. So that's by far the best thing on the DVD. That's called Portal. The eye rise, if you like the effect, great, and you have skinny fingers, great. You'll be able to add that to your repertoire instantly, assuming you have the kind of wallet we've discussed. The jump, the thing with the business card where it jumps from slot to slot, if you don't mind dedicating 2 to 3 slots for that effect in your wallet, you got a very simple, clever method, but you cannot hand out the business card. And lastly, the rising credit card thing. If you want to do just the rise, great. It's excellent and it's easy, and there's no angle problems or whatever. So, final verdict on this thing was 2 stars, stone status of grubble. Now, typically when I give 2 stars out, it's rubble. The reason I didn't give this one a full rubble, and by the way, for those new, Gem is the best, rubble is the worst. I'm doing a little play on my name, Stone, and then grubble is somewhere in between. The reason I didn't go full rubble with a 2-star here is because for $10 you could be getting 2-ish, 2.5 effects that you might put into your repertoire, because generally those 2-ish and a half effects, the half is the Copycat with the rising credit card, the 2 is the Portal effect, which is the business card turning into a playing card, and then the other one that's sort of a half, maybe a full, is the rising cash in the wallet. So all the methods are solid and they're doable. but there's just so much other problems, so many other problems with the rest of the project that there's no way I can give it more than 2 stars. But I'm going with a grubble because you might be able to get a couple of effects out of it if you liked the effects. I would recommend those effects that I've mentioned that are good. So that's it for this one, guys. Let's take a look at the random iTunes song of the moment while you subscribe to the channel and like this video. We're going to listen to, oh, finally some metal. My gosh. Frantic by Metallica off their least loved album, their most hated album from the fans. Saint Anger. A lot of people didn't like that album. I bought it because I'm a diehard, and I actually like a lot of the stuff on it. It's different from the other stuff, and there's a few things I didn't like, but it's not bad. So that's Saint Anger, Metallica. So tune in tomorrow when we're going to be reviewing the Heirloom Wallet by Alakazam Magic. And the Heirloom Wallet is a wallet that can, if you perform Heirloom or Heirloom Deluxe by Alakazam Magic, then this wallet is a great tool to have to do that effect. You don't have to use the wallet to do the effect, but it does make for a good tool if you're going to do that effect. So we'll talk about that tomorrow on day 33. Thanks for watching, guys. See you then. Peace out.